I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest game?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
Terence "Bud" Crawford stunned the world by defeating Canelo Alvarez and then sent a private message to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He didn't speak about money or records, instead focusing on legacy, telling Floyd he still had the chance to strengthen what he leaves behind. Mayweather reacted quickly, firing back in interviews by downplaying Crawford's victory and insisting he remains the greatest of all time. But this is more than just a fight. It marks the beginning of a larger battle over boxing history. Crawford currently holds the pound-for-pound title, while Mayweather boasts a perfect record, record-breaking pay-per-view numbers, and unmatched global fame. With both men's legacies now on a collision course, the boxing world is watching every move closely.
Out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. Been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Head back to Las Vegas to see why Terence Crawford made such a bold statement. On September 13th, when he faced Canelo Alvarez, Crawford was moving up 2 weight classes to take on a naturally bigger opponent, and most experts predicted he would come up short. Yet Crawford proved them wrong, using sharp movement and precise timing to counter Canelo's power while landing cleaner, more damaging punches. That victory didn't just defy expectations. It made history, as Crawford became the first fighter to remain undefeated across 3 different weight divisions, cementing his place among boxing's all-time greats.
You said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. Canelo is, an all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos, there's no more. So, when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo, I'm the face of boxing now. I'm the best pound for pound fighter in the world, like I've always been,
It wasn't just a victory, it was a historic moment that changed the narrative of boxing. Crawford delivered a performance so remarkable that it shifted the entire conversation around the sport, leaving fans and experts alike in awe of his skill and legacy.
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. Mm-hmm. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing, so now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
Fans weren't just debating whether Terence Crawford was the best in his weight class, they began asking if he might actually be better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's when the tension escalated. Mayweather's entire brand was built on being unbeatable, the ultimate Money Mayweather persona, but Crawford's undeniable skill has now put his legendary status under serious scrutiny.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right? Okay.
in the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. and the least amount of fights?
She did.
Who got the highest game?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that.
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
That's why Terence Crawford went on the offensive. He vowed to elevate Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legacy because he knew he wasn't just challenging Floyd as a fighter, he was challenging the narrative Floyd had spent decades building. When Crawford said he would shake Floyd's reputation, it wasn't about a fight in the ring, it was a direct challenge to the story itself. Mayweather spent his entire career controlling that narrative, choosing opponents like Manny Pacquiao and Oscar de la Hoya on his own terms, skipping Canelo when he was too young, and giving fans no reason to question him until now.
All these fighters, they're doing the shoulder roll, you see. I mean, yeah. And not knocking the guys that paved the way. And I want to come on record and say, I'm appreciative for guys like Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. So many guys that paved the way for me. But there's only one Floyd Mayweather. These fighters are not better than me. You look at the numbers, they say, oh, Canelo may end up beating more world champions than Floyd Mayweather. Wait, he should, but with almost, 80 and 90 fights, he should. I beat more world champions than any fighter in history. I'm 50-0, but half of my fights was world.
But Terence Crawford isn't like everyone else. For Bud, greatness comes from having the courage to be exceptional every time he steps into the ring. He didn't wait for Errol Spence Jr. to decline. He faced him head-on and dominated at his absolute peak. And when it came to Canelo Alvarez, Crawford struck at the perfect moment, toppling a fighter who had ruled the super middleweight division up until that historic night.
To be Chris Eubanks' trainer, first of all. It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been his trainer before, so. Yeah, it's good. It's a no-brainer. Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
He had this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't know. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
But it carried a clear message: I'm the fighter willing to take risks no one else dares. That fearless approach is the mark people will remember when they compare our legacies side by side.
So emotional afterwards. Is it that you just realized everything that you achieved? The moment just hit you then?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just, the history, behind the sport is just everything that, I trained for my whole life. It all was, coming out that one night. That was all paying off. You have a lot of people that, adopted this narrative that Terence Crawford can't sell, Terence Crawford is not marketable, and they push the narrative to the public, and that's all people write about. Oh, Terence Crawford can't do this, Terence Crawford can't do that. But any one of Terence Crawford fights, you see a sold out crowd, but they wasn't talking about that. They was talking about how, marketable I'm not, and that kind of was hurting my career because, a lot of people was looking at me and said, oh yeah, they said he's not marketable. Or they said he's not, don't have a personality, things like that, because I didn't want to do things their way. I didn't want to put on a show. I didn't want to disrespect my opponents when they wasn't disrespecting me.
Right.
I wasn't, I'm not a guy that, wear jewelry for no reason. Just the things that I didn't want to do that they wanted me to do. They go out there and say, oh, they lost money on me. It's just crazy though to see me headline, not one of the largest attending fight in American history.
The most striking part was Floyd practically brushing Crawford off, acting as if he didn't matter to his legacy. He said, when greatness comes up, it's always me. According to Floyd, Crawford can't touch what's untouchable. In his view, the throne can't be taken, it can only be imitated.
It's like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him lightweight. He jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes it.
At the heart of this legacy battle is a clash between safety and risk, profit and greatness, fear and fearless ambition.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. You know, but for me, I knew I could do it. And I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Floyd will always claim he was the smartest and insist he was the bravest. But Crawford's words struck a nerve, because for Floyd, his legacy matters far more than any paycheck.
The fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. Go. Greatest all time, man. You gotta give it to me. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Ernie, Chet, nutritionists, you know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Well, Terence? Oh, of course.
On top of that, Terence Crawford knows how to make an impact with numbers. His Netflix fight filled arenas, created global buzz, and drew one of the largest audiences in boxing worldwide since Floyd Mayweather Jr. faced Manny Pacquiao.
This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division. Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had.
There are plenty of fans and legends who side with Floyd Mayweather Jr., believing that records and paydays speak for themselves. Floyd is widely regarded as the greatest boxer ever, a standard many think can never be surpassed. Yet others are rallying behind Terence Crawford, seeing him as the fearless fighter willing to take risks Floyd never would, moving up in weight and taking on anyone, anytime. He is now recognized as the pound-for-pound king and, to many, the true GOAT of this era. Analysts like Max Kellerman have praised Crawford's willingness to challenge himself, saying it gives him an edge over Floyd in meaningful ways. One thing is certain, Floyd isn't likely to stay quiet in the face of such a bold claim.
A guy like Canelo, the guy he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Guys, right now, I think Crawford is a little better than Mayweather, but Canelo.
That's the story in full. Terence Crawford told Floyd Mayweather Jr., "I'll raise your legacy asterisk." Floyd hit back hard, minimizing Bud's victory, boasting about his 50-0 record, and insisting no one could touch him. Now, the real question is, which will stand out more, Floyd's flawless record or Bud's courage to take bold risks? Share your thoughts in the comments, don't forget to like the video, and join us for Fight Day. The next chapter is coming, and you'll be part of it.